Summer's here. That means a lot of vacations coming up, but that could be a problem for divorced parents who might have a hard time agreeing on travel plans. That is the topic of today's Law Vegas Now segment with Eric Palacios.
Divorce can be really tough, Eric, for a lot of parents, and there are a lot of questions that come with it. One is, can one parent take the kids out of state without notifying the other?
That's a great question, and one that comes up a lot during these months. During the summer, a lot of parents plan vacations and they want to go out of state. Generally, if you have custody of the kids during your time or your visitation days, you are free to take them out of state. However, it's always a good idea to let your ex know where you're going to be. A lot of parents will even let them know the hotel they're going to stay, the phone number, just in case anything happens or there needs to be communication between the children and the other spouse, that they know where they're going to be.
You said out of state. Does that mean they have the right or do not have the right to take the kids out of the country?
That's a little more difficult. Normally that requires written permission by your ex. And even the airlines will sometimes require a notarized letter, birth certificates. They want to be real careful that you're not leaving the country with the intent of not coming back. We see that happen every now and then, and it's a horrible thing when one of the parents without permission takes their kids out of the country and then trying to get the kids back and take years sometimes. So that's a very long and painful process. So if you're going to take your kids out of the country, you do need permission from the other parent in writing, notarized usually, and to have the kids' passports and birth certificates.
Yeah, it can become so emotional so quickly. What's the best way to deal with an ex who doesn't want to allow travel?
Well, sometimes they might have a valid reason. If you've threatened to say, hey, I'm taking the kids back to my parents' country or my home country and I'm not bringing them back, you're never going to see them again. Well, these are valid concerns and threats. So if you deny your ex the ability to leave the country, to take your kids out of the country, the only way they can do so is with a court order. So they'll have to ask the judge to hear the case and say, hey, I want to take my kids to visit family in Germany or in Mexico or another country, and my ex will not allow it. So then the judge has to decide if it's reasonable to allow this or not. A lot of times, if you are found to unreasonably deny this request, then you might have to pay your ex's attorney's fees for having to file the motion and to argue this and bring this in front of the judge. So if you're going to deny it, make sure that you have valid points, valid reasons for doing so. If not, it's best just to communicate well with your ex and try to be reasonable, and always think of what's the well-being of the kids.
Yeah, hopefully everyone has an enjoyable and peaceful summer that way. Eric, always good to talk to you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You can get more information by giving Eric Palacios and Associates a call at that phone number, 702-444-7777. Also, you can visit their website at ericpalacioslaw.com. JC.